Today, my 2021 summer adventure brings me to Camden, Tennessee, and I'm going to be visiting the site of a tragic plane crash that in 1963 devastated the world of country music. Well, good morning, everyone. It's a foggy, drizzly, rainy morning here in Camden, Tennessee, and I'm at a site that country music fans will remember, for it was here on March the 5th, 1963, that Patsy Cline and three others died in a plane crash. This is the site of the crash. There's a small park here just outside the town of Camden, Tennessee, that marks the spot where Patsy Cline, Hawkshaw Hawkins, Cowboy Copus, and Patsy Cline's manager, Randy Hughes, died in a plane crash. And here's a Tennessee historical marker that details the darkest day in country music. We're going to walk down this little path because I think the actual crash site is somewhere down there. But we're going to walk down the path and actually see. If you come here, be sure to bring bug spray. It's about 9:30 in the morning, and it's a very wet, humid morning here, and the mosquitoes are out in force. So if you come, be sure to bring some bug spray. It's about a quarter-mile walk down this well-maintained path from the parking area at the top of the hill to the actual crash site memorial. It's an easy walk. The only problem I had was with the mosquitoes. This spot is kind of out of the way. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's about, I guess it's 20 miles or so north of Interstate 40. And it's south of the town of Paris, Tennessee. It's between Paris and Interstate 40. And here we are at the crash site. The boulder in front of me marks the spot where the plane crashed, carrying the country music stars Patsy Cline, Hawkshaw Hawkins, Cowboy Copus, and Patsy's manager, Randy Hughes. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Randy Hughes was the pilot. I may be wrong about that, but I think I remember reading somewhere that he was the pilot. On March 3rd, 1963, Patsy and several other country music stars performed at a benefit for the family of popular country music disc jockey Cactus Jack Call, who had died a few weeks earlier in a car crash. Weather had prevented Patsy from flying out the morning following the concert, so she stayed in town and flew out on March 5, 1963. She was joined on the flight back to Nashville by country music stars Cowboy Copas, Hawkshaw Hawkins, and her manager, Randy Hughes. The small Piper Comanche stopped once in Missouri to refuel, and again at 5 p.m. in Dyersburg, Tennessee. The airport manager in Dyersburg cautioned the group that bad weather was in the area, but they chose to continue and took off from Dyersburg at 6:07 p.m. Less than 15 minutes later, the plane crashed here, killing all on board. Somebody's left a couple of dollars, and of course the change, money, signifying that they have visited the site. And the inscription reads on this site, March 5th, 1963, Patsy Cline, Cowboy Copas, Hawkshaw Hawkins, Randy Hughes lost their lives in a plane crash. In loving memory, July 6, 1996. Following a funeral service in Nashville, Patsy was buried in her hometown of Winchester, Virginia. Did a video from her grave a few weeks back, so just look back a couple of 2 or 3 videos if you want to see that one. Cowboy Copas, Hawkshaw Hawkins, and Randy Hughes are all buried along Music Row at the Forest Lawn Cemetery in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. I spent about 30 minutes or so here, and even though this site is out of the way and it takes a little effort to get here, there were several other visitors who came by to remember one of country music's darkest days. Well, I'm going to end this video here near Camden, Tennessee, and continue my adventure. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep up with all of my adventures, ring that bell and subscribe. Now, it's time for me to head on down the road and see what's around the bend. The adventure continues. So long, everyone.